Hello everybody, we are back from lunch and yeah, we finally found number 2 in the title. That's good, I guess. And only took us what, 40, a little over 40 hours to find it. But we did it! We did! And I guess let's see what it brings with it. This gets us some help. If we can actually find any help. Um, bu- uh, Splitter. Too many options. Oh, it's populating. Right.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad.
Yeah, Skull Splitter forms. Okay. Good. Good. Thank you.
Oh, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle.
Right. And then we. First we'll take a mage rather than a sorcerer, because sorcerer would be nice if they knew how to use flare, but since AI doesn't know how to use flare. Get some palladium.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to.
Any? Huh? Okay. No time. Okay. This is a complete support pawn, huh? You don't see those often.
Remain by.
Or I'll try you.
If ever you've need of an ear to
Nothing but support skills. Hopefully we don't need the damage, but needs to be seen, I guess.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spores can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
Oh. This is weird flare here.
What ought I to do?
That's the last straw.
These writings could be of import. It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
We'll check what.
saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
Something like a wall of light impedes our progress.
It is
Many paths are closed to us from the counterfeit dragon's descendants. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Someone's begging for a pasty. Cut out.
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
Your life. Come on, have at it.
Seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
A peculiar sensation filled me during my time with Lord Faces. Though I was unconscious, I always sense your presence arisen. So my faith in our God remains steadfast.
Bad as this union is, it must have been a shock.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. Enough dallying. Follow me. Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Alas, a theory
Keep appearing out of nowhere.
Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
People.
The beast's foul powers are twice as terrible in the flesh.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
More can be achieved without sacrifice.
Damn it. Really? That insta-kill?
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
Not good enough!
There it is. The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
You wish me at the vanguard? I will.
Ow. Do so much damage.
To think that vase was in truth a dragon. 'Twas clever of you to realize its true nature, Master.
Still, uneasy. Few were privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab, even among the Batali.
Indeed. And the researchers employed there are as tight-lipped as they come.
Do the people not question its existence? I should like to know more about its activities, if 'twere me.
That was a weird little excursion. Excursion.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
What's these fucking... All of them still rolling on me.
Overstayed. We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow
Aggro
ourselves to
rings,
become
absolutely.
Take
No.
each trial as it comes. Where are the skeletons?
This foe is troubled by lightning strike.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Or felt from the breeze.
No mercy. Will someone explain what is happening?
In truth. Yet I shall defend our master's world all the same.
Okay.
to think of it, being a thief made for exciting times. I've had my share of missteps, but each one was a lesson learned. Now, however, I shall let those experiences guide me, that I might serve you ably as a fighter arisen.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied, and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Why, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastly, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tidings that there is a place of refuge awaiting them. I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
Nice.
The Mad Sovereign's power yet girds this place. It could prove the last bastion of hope for the people of this world, alas. will not hold forever. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis sundered at its heart.
Since times of eld, remember.
He has nothing to say. Okay, we got it.
It flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Like, shows you the price, but you can't actually do it.
Bring me what ye... None of the knowledge I have accrued can be of aid. Then go. Since times of eld, remember. Draconic blood, then I bid ye farewell.
I do.
We too once bore the mantle of Arisen, though no longer. As we walked our respective paths, each of us lost the incomparable strength of will that made us Arisen. One in despair of the dragon's boundless might, one in pursuit of vengeance's cold comfort, and one for fear of what fate held in store. Yet you bear it still, Arisen One.
I think he has the same hairstyle as me, without the fringes.
Hold fast to your strength of will, for it shall doubtless lend you the strength you will need to spare this world its end.
Over. House? A house? House at the end of the world, huh? God, what else? Yeah. Mariner. No, wait, it's the Islander, not the Marine. Also a Mariner. Dragging a floating boat.
I'll go and open the chest.
I want to run out of here.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Evacuate, run! Run! End of the world is here! Nobody's listening to me. Why? Why is nobody listening to me? Run away! Run away, all of you! The end is nigh.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution. And it's advised, methinks. There's no great shock to...
Oi, keep your distance. What you waiting for? Get on with it.
Waiting for? Now's your chance.
That's it. I've had enough.
How dare... How dare you... Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense. I can't make this.
Solved.
As for me, my work here...
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
This ain't good.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you could just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Conflict resolution.
Oi! I saw it first. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
Oi, you trying to nick our dinner?
Aye, you'd better run.
How awful!
What to do?
Stop that!
Utterly despicable.
Fie, that hurts!
We're done for.
I ne'er stood a chance.
Failed to resolve the conflict?
You're just
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do...
let us settle this. How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Prepare yourself, sir.
I'll make them pay for that. In gold as well as blood.
For the heavens are watching. Heavens defend.
Look at us, put in our place like a pair of helps.
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over petty slights.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Seems this old man's time is up.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Time to hit the sack.
Deep in my cup sisters.
Wicked things to calm my spirit.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Simonella to keep the peace.
Not bad, all things considered.
Oop. There was a cutscene showing that he can't. Parking in front of us, but oh my god! How does this count as inside? What?
Just let it end. I don't want to think anymore.
What?
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Oh god.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? It is a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as to her. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation. I suppose 'tis so?
'Tis a surprise to behold yon statue again. I thought it destroyed.
What? There's nobody to sign up for.
cannot say. Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
The statue is stirred from its slumber. Where will it go now? I sense no hostility from it. Let us see what it aims to achieve. A well-organized pack is my specialty.
What's going on? Punch a dragon! Can I get my pawn back now? They even like fighting. Taking so long. They just have a. Will this be a cutscene or something?
Oh, Mister! This could plant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. Yet those who seek deliverance from ruin. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds. Behold! The red clouds are receding!
But now the statue is broken. A shame, really.
What a shame. Collect M again. Oh no, he's just here. Okay. I guess I walked the way back. Super Omega fast.
Prepare for battle!
You have my protection. Let my
Oh.
magic imbue your weapon with the fury
Like
of
what
the
the hell
elements.
is going on? Nothing back. Rivets.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. To think Talos would topple our foe! I witnessed the thing with my own eyes, and I can still scarce believe it! Strike hard enough! Might not have to do this twice. Moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Where is? Is that a Minotaur? A special Minotaur?
A ladder, is it? How convenient. After you arisen. Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've already you. See?
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. The path to victory are many. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable. An impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off, Arisen? Miss, shame us both.
Here in the original, like, goblin, like, all disappeared when the world under were faced by dire hellhounds.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? 'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment. We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now, and use them when the need arises.
Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
No. Where did the head of the Gigantus even fall? Like it fell towards here, but...
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be
Put your
mindful,
house before that.
the
I'm
path
pretty sure I
seems
will.
much changed since last we walked it.
Making sure.
A resounding success.
Just making sure you're not hiding loot from me.
Look, Master! Magma scales! You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
What is he fighting?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Later. A war? There's one guy go. Yeah, well, you can. Some short.
We have found a material.
PC.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Oh, we can take these shortcuts, but just don't understand. Programs.
Good enough.
You could tell one of the pawns to carry one. You can come here. Oh, it's too far. Amen.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
So anytime you
Perhaps
run,
new discoveries await us above.
jogging speed. Yes. Follow the dash. Get there safely.
Think of it.
Different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
You are a beastron. do need to evacuate the slave encampment as well.
'Tis no small wonder that Oxguards have ceased operation, given the state of things.
A shame, but the roads have grown ever more perilous of late.
Road.
It appears we found the ballista. Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt 'twould catch our foes unawares.
What the hell are the...
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
There's no great shock to me.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
It is as you say.
Fucking sausage, eh?
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
This is not my intent. There's no hope I know.
Let's say, like, you need to get the slave camp as well. check.
Hobgoblin! I shan't let the harm you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I cannot fault your prowess.
You stop moving, you fuck.
unawares. I am shamed. We were overconfident in our abilities. It is a painful reminder that fortune will not always favour us.
Chip damage.
Now here's aught of interest. A ballista. Ha ha! I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not lay a trap for our enemies?
Ice's sting is yours to wield. I will protect you.
Your magical element is activated. Great. Cast it anew.
I espy the remains of an ox cart. Do the fiends of this world hold nothing sacred? Watch for the hobgoblin!
The Arisen has been torched! Quick, douse the flames! Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Waiting. Let my magic grant you the mental
This has gone from bad to worse.
What the hell? Magic archer, by the way. Left. Locking on. Fucked out. Yeah, no, it was. What the hell is going on? The metal is like inside the model or something? That's bugging out. Yeah. Or this is like a special golem? Is it only when he's raging the seam is like open or something? Somebody hit the... Another...
Then I shall remain by your side.
Where's the thief? What? Where is the thief? What are you doing? Can you not be stuck? The AI like bugs out because it's all the thing is only visible every now and then. Yeah.
Tremendous work!
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Or maybe they already evacuated.
This is clearly designed to carry us somewhere. It could prove useful.
I can foresee no reason not to make use of this.
I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Huh.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
Indeed. 'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. 'Twas the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Hmm?
A device of fascinating construction, built to carry freight and people, by the looks of it.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the work.
Serbia.
Peruse at your... I dream of owning a larger store.
This has no fucking trouble, huh?
I do. Do come again?
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Twould seem we've need of a key, but... Oh, what a nuisance. Let us simply break it down.
Do you mean to destroy what's inside as well?
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this god sway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
You just can leave now.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh?
Well, I mean, he was pretty fat still.
I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's Sway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Not bad, all things considered.
Really? Next stop. Auburn.